Hey guys, welcome in. I finally made it on for the what to expect this week. Today we're going to be talking about the readings are going to be based on the Virgo eclipse. Okay, we got the Virgo lunar eclipse coming up on Friday, I think, for most of us, which I believe is the 14th. It's the 14th. It might be different for. Oh, hold on. Okay. I don't know. I had to make sure the audio was right. My Bluetooth was on for whatever reason. That was weird. Okay, if you did not catch that, we are going to be talking about the Virgo lunar eclipse that is going to be taking place on March 14th for, I think, most of us. It's a couple of things with this that I just want to make clear, and then we're going to get into it. The South Node, okay? This is the first eclipse, full moon, of the year. And the first time in a long time that the South Node is conjunct the full moon in Virgo, right? Like we would have had this, we had this when the South Node was in Libra, of course. We had the moon conjunct it then, but this is a whole different vibration with the South Node in Virgo and conjunct this full moon. I really feel like the theme for this, guys, is right on track with everything that we've been talking about. And I think the theme for this is we have to release where things are heavy. We have to release where it just can't go on anymore. Like that's either we have to release it or it's going to be eclipsed out. That's the theme of this. Why do I say that? Because the South Node is in Virgo, specifically at the 27th degree of Virgo, which is the third decan of Virgo, which is represented by the 10 of Pentacles. And Virgo is an earth sign. Virgo is about service. It's always definitely about service to others. All right. But with the South Node there, we must acknowledge where we've been overgiving, where we've been bending over backwards, where we've been trying to meet societal expectations that go against our own inner guidance or intuition. Okay, so I'm hearing the word density. Okay, so you really are going to have to be tuned in. Like, spirit just slowed me down, like literally just in that transmission. Like spirit just was like, just slow down a little bit, just slow down a little bit. And that's literally the vibe. Okay. Anything that's heavy, y'all. And I mean, we're gonna go through the wheel. I have the charts behind this because I'm doing it on my phone because I just didn't want it to, y'all know how it is. I didn't want the service and all that to keep on cutting out. So I have the charts behind me, just to kind of lightly reference, at least to tell you, right, if you're watching for your rising sign, like what house and everything it's going to be in. So if you want to check that out, then, you know, hopefully that will be useful for you. And today I'm using, again, the Hoodoo Tarot deck. I know I really try to get these done on Sunday, between like Sunday and Monday. I try to make Tuesday the latest, but oh my God, this week, oh, really? Oh my God. Happy solar return to your daughter. That just made my day. Thank you, Stacy. Tell her that I said happy solar return, and I hope that she really enjoys it today. It's one of my good friends' birthdays today too. So, she's a lovely, lovely person. I'm sure your daughter is. I appreciate you sharing that with me. I try to get these done no later than Tuesday, but you know, even this energy for me has made me be very introspective. And, you know, a lot of us and a lot of you who are drawn to my channel, you're probably recovering people pleasers. You know, you're somewhere on your spiritual journey. And, you know, an older version of myself, even when I first started here, I was a completely different person. And an older version of myself, I want to say from since I was very little, was very conditioned to overgive, to people please, to make sure everyone is satisfied before I myself am satisfied. And at my big grown age, like in my adulthood, like I am really understanding the magnitude of that. Like how that can really indoctrinate you. That though that can really get embedded into your being, and you create a whole life built on these things or these qualities that you think make you a good person. That's why I'm always talking about this whole good person cloak. Like, let it go. Let it go. Okay, let it go. Let the cape go. You know, and you build your life on these like false concepts of being a good person and this and that. And it doesn't serve you, you know. And I don't mean it in that way. I'm sharing this because I think this is a really big theme, and I'm sharing it in hopes of any other recovering people pleasers, anybody else who might be feeling like you just didn't know how tired you were. Like that's what it was for me, y'all. Coming into my spiritual journey, in this, I always call it my second spiritual journey, I had not realized how tired, like how overworked, how overgiving I was. And it's taken, like, you know, as much as I want to grow, you know, get on here and be all the time, on, and grow. My spirit was like really holding me back because I just did not realize how intertwined with energies I was, and how much of myself I was just offering up, just sacrificially. And you know, when you do that, you have to recoup those energies, and you have to give yourself time to recoup and recover. And I do feel like this bout of me getting sick was definitely some purging. Because last year around this time when we had the Virgo full moon, I was actually having panic attacks. So this is kind of like full circle for me. Um, so I say all that to say, y'all, like, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate y'all who have stayed subscribed to me. I have wanted to grow this channel for a very long time, and I feel like I am finally getting to a place just in my personal life, right? Because I'm not pointing finger at anybody. I just want to share. I feel like I'm getting to a place in my personal life where I'm actually seeing that become possible, you know. But I had to do a lot of untethering and a lot of hard work. You feel me? And so I love this Virgo full moon for those of us who we just, you know, a lot of people are ready to just cut ties with the density, the struggle, the heaviness, the things that we've outgrown, the expectations of others, okay? So I think that was my little spiel. Was there anything else? I don't know. If it comes up, I will share. But I kind of want to make that a thing where I just share where I am on my, you know, what I'm working through too. Because I'm working through things just like we're all working through things. I'm still doing my shadow work and working on myself and going through my lessons. Hello, Tang. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I apologize if not. Thank you for dropping a comment. I appreciate that. Please don't forget to hit the like button, guys, as you come in. I know I always forget to do it, so I am not coming for you. All right, we are in Pisces season, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get started with them. I got my little card so that way I can timestamp after. Like I said, I have the natal charts behind my phone, so see me looking that way. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, so we're going to see what is being eclipsed out with this lunar eclipse. And why? Because essentially the sun is in Pisces. So what are you meant to focus on then while this is being eclipsed out? What are you making room for? All right. And we'll try to get some guidance through this time. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. I need water already. Okay. Pisces. That's for me, so I can do my timestamps. Okay. Also, don't forget Saturday we are going to be live for Venus retrograde readings, and I think this one's going to be tea because Mercury goes retrograde the day after the eclipse. That's the next important point that I wanted to address, guys, is that it's almost like with this eclipse, I don't know. It's like with Mercury, this is a Virgo eclipse, okay? The ruler of Virgo is Mercury. Mercury goes retrograde the day after the eclipse. So there is something like that that is very significant. That is not coincidental. Nothing is coincidental. That is not coincidental. Okay, so please pay attention to Mercury, and we're going to incorporate that in our Venus readings this weekend. So, you know, if you're interested in that. All right, let me do this again. Pisces, for real this time. If your Pisces rising is happening in your 7th house, that is the relationship house, okay? It's also, it can be about contracts, but it's still relationships, all right? Your first card out is the Page of Wands and the Tower. So something about communication, or maybe a lack of communication, but this is upright, okay? Is being eclipsed out. You could get some communication. This could be with someone that you have a creative contract with, right? Like, I don't know why I'm saying a painter. Okay, I'll just throw that out there, okay? Okay, give me one more for that, because that just did a 360. That card literally just flipped in a full circle. That was the Six of Cups sideways, and the Page of Cups is in front of it. I'm hearing your feelings matter. I don't know if that's you or someone else, because this is definitely about other people for you, because the 7th house, that 7th house, first house axis is highlighted. What's the guidance for the Piscean spirit? Okay, I'm going to put that back, but that was the Four of Wands. These cards coming out kind of like, What's the guidance for Pisces here? Thank you. Okay, the King of Wands and the Page of Swords. You have 3 pages out here. Okay, so I definitely feel like it's a lot of communication at the time of the eclipse for you. And it could be unexpected communication. Let me say that if you're a Pisces rising, you have Uranus in the 3rd house. Okay, the house of communication, the house of short trips. Yeah, for a lot of you, something is too heavy in the relationship space, whether that be your, intimate one-on-one relationships. Could have something to do with friendships. You have Mars in your 5th house. But again, I want to stress that it could be contractual too. Something, it feels like maybe that you are outgrowing, okay? Because the Six of Cups is here. And I think, okay, all right, I think some of you have been on the fence about whether you're outgrowing a contract, whether something is done, whether your heart is still in something, whether your feelings are still in something with the Page of Cups here, okay? So I'm going to get one clarifier for each. Page of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It feels like something has been in talks for a long time. Like it's been slow and tedious. This feels like a creative project. Yeah, look, 7 of Pentacles, clarifying the Page of Cups, and clarify the King of Wands. The Two of Swords. Yeah, you have a decision to make at the time of this eclipse. A lot of people do, but I feel like yours is being posed as a choice. I feel like yours is coming in as a choice. So if there's been something that you have been contemplating, because that's what this feels like. Is this path still for me? Are we still, equally yoked? Can we still do this creative project together? Do our visions still align? That's what this feels like. It really feels like taking inventory with your relationships and seeing like if you guys' vision still align, because honestly, the sun is in your 1st house. If you're a Pisces rising, like the spotlight is on you, the focus is on you. You have a stellium in Pisces, and who cares? Who cares, Leon? Thank you. Who gives a shit? So yeah, you have a, oh God, here we go. Please, Leon, please, sir. You, please, just go. It's okay. All right, just go. All right. So, I'm sorry, guys. When this shit is in, the vertical, like, thing, it's just like the bots and, sometimes this shit like it just impedes all my energy sometimes. Which is why I'm like, is it worth it to like get on here? So anyways, then I remember that I enjoy doing this, and that these are my gifts, and that I'm not competing with anybody on here, so 1 view, 2 view, it is what it is. You feel me? Follow me on TikTok though, because we are growing there. Okay. Yeah, Pisces, I definitely feel like this is a choice. This is a decision. This is about, you're gonna have to really be honest with yourself. I mean, you're gonna have to be honest with yourself. Have you outgrown something? Is your heart still in something? Do you still have feelings for someone? Okay, this is what's happening. Yours is definitely about relationships. I feel like it's kind of straightforward. A lot of the focus is on you, and the South Node is in your house of relationships. So shit is heavy. You know, something about your 7th house is heavy. The contracts that you have with people, or you are outgrowing it, or it needs to transform. For some of you, it doesn't mean that something has to necessarily end, but the way that a dynamic may have been in a relationship needs to transform. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Pisceans. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because, you know what? I'm going to preserve my energy and really just, yeah, not play about myself. I'm so serious. Okay, guys. For those of you Pisceans who appreciate that reading, and I pray that it helps and is healing and finds you well. Okay, I'm going to kindly move on to Aries. Okay, for the sake of it, I'm just gonna get the Aries chart up. All right, Aries, if you are in Aries rising, this is gonna be happening in your 6th house. The moon is conjunct the South Node in your 6th house. Something about your everyday routines, your habits, even your health is too heavy, Aries. Some of you might be overworking. Some of you, I'm gonna even say, for some of you, there's a draining feminine presence in your life every day. And that's going to be eclipsed. That relationship is going to be changed or needs to be. You have Uranus in 2nd house, which is making contact with both the moon and the sun, okay? There could be some type of like aha moment as far as like when it comes to your worth, or like I'm seeing someone or feeling the vibration of someone who's like, I don't have to do all this to get this, or I don't have to do all this to have this status, or you know, you are being pushed to align more with like rest, with spiritual practices, with slowness, with ease, with flow, because you have this stellium of Piscean energy in your 12th house, and that's what that's about. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pull your cards on that. Damn. I'm gonna take that first one. 2 of Cups. Why? 4 of Swords. Okay. I didn't even get it that way, but that makes sense for Aries. Bottom of the deck is the 6 of Cups, and that's 12th house too. The 6 of Cups is the past. I mean, excuse me, the 12th house is about the past. 6 of Cups represents the past. There could also be, Aries, for some of you, it could be as simple as like leaning more into spirituality to stop overthinking. But for some of you, with the 2 of Cups here, there could be a relationship, like I said, and for some of you, it could be like of a feminine nature, either a woman, or if it's a man, has dominant feminine energy, okay, period. There could be that their energy could be draining in your everyday life, because the 2 of Cups to come out as what is being eclipsed is very clear. Okay, let me clarify. Yo, I just clarified the 2 of Cups and the Devil is out here. Okay, so I think we can say less about that. Besides, it could be a Capricorn for some of you. Yeah, something's been toxic in your everyday life, and for some of you, it's like they're showing me like a merging, right? So there could be an unhealthy intertwining with this person. Your energy, their energy is getting all muddled. It's heavy. Yup. Listen, what did I just say? The 8 of Swords just clarified the 4 of Swords. The overthinking and being super critical of yourself, or being critical of yourself because of this person, or especially if it's a mother figure, okay? And I say that because the moon naturally rules your 4th house. So clarify the 9 of Cups in reverse. Okay, your guidance was the 9 of Cups in reverse, clarified by the 7 of Cups. So it's like what could really be highlighted, Aries, is that you could feel like this strain in your everyday life. You could be really seeing like, wow, this is not what I wanted to create. I'm sorry, guys, there was a phone call. You could be seeing this is not what I wanted to create. You know, how did my life get this way? Why am I feeling so heavy? Why am I feeling so tired? And I feel like Spirit wants you to dream. Seven of Cups, okay? This is the Piscean energy. Like this is it for you, because the sun, again, this stellium of Piscean energy is in your 12th house. You have to lean into faith. You have to lean into your spirituality. Okay, I would say that with anybody, I would think in the 12th, 9th, or 5th house with this Piscean energy, like faith, 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 period. And it's time to really dream up some new possibilities, okay, from the depths of your emotions, the depths of your soul. Like, what do you really want? What do you really want? Okay, like that's really the vibe that we in. You know, y'all, like, game over. You know, the games are over. Like, what do you want? What reality are we choosing to live in? And I think that this Virgo lunar eclipse is the big wake-up call. Like, whatever is heavy, it has got to go, period. It's got to go if you're trying to create a lighter reality. You know, those of us who want to live soft lives and slower lives and have slow mornings, like, then this is it. Like, what the hell has to go? Like, you know, it's very raw. It's very raw. I'm sorry, I'm feeling very raw. So it's just like the heaviness has to be, we got to cut the cord. All right. So Aries, pay close attention to your habits, especially your health. For you guys, your body could be a huge indicator of what, you know, is happening. I mean, for everyone, because South Node is in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. It's very felt, right? You feel it, body, earth, tangible, touch. So but this is in a health house for you, and this is in Virgo's natural house for you. Excuse me. Virgo naturally rules the 6th house is what I mean. Like, you have the natural chart because you're in Aries rising. So, you know, so watch your health, you know what I mean? And I would say definitely in terms of overworking. Last thing, and I also say that because the sun conjunct Saturn, Saturn rules your 10th house of career. So that's why I was saying you could be having some aha moments of like, why am I doing all this? Like, I did all this and it built this, like, and so I think Spirit is telling you the overworking didn't work. So let's try something new. Let's give faith a try. Let's actually go for our actual dream then. If we did all this overworking and it still didn't get us where we thought it was, then let's try the way of flow. Let's try the way of spirit. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Aries. I appreciate you guys. I pray those messages find you well, are helpful and healing. Y'all, please don't forget to hit the like button. I don't bite. Okay, please hit the like button, y'all. It don't cost nothing. I understand if you want to, sit and watch, but you can hit the like button, y'all. I never get that or understand that. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I know some people naturally forget, so it's not, coming for, but I know some people will literally just like sit in there, like just sit in there, Okay. Taurus. Hello. Welcome in. If you're here, if you're seeing it later, I don't mind. It is what it is. Okay. Taurus, Uranus is in your sun, and you're throwing us good curveballs with this lunar eclipse, though, because Uranus is making positive aspects to the sun and the moon. We have trines and sextiles, so Uranus is giving, I think, really good surprises. Now, if you are a Taurus rising, then it's happening in your 5th house. It's about friends, it's about dating, it's about habits, hobbies, what you might do for fun, even entrepreneurial stuff. Some of you could be closing out a chapter in any of those sections of your life. And with the sun being in your 11th house and also conjunct Saturn there, because we're still just a degree apart. Like, they're separating, but they're still very, very powerful together right now. Some of y'all could be linking up with people in a workplace. Like, it feels like you're linking up with different people to take you in a direction that's actually going to take you in the direction you want to go. And for some of you, it's going to mean that, I don't know, maybe there's tough endings. you know, I don't know, maybe like bitter endings. But for others of you, it doesn't have to be that. It could just be naturally that you are gravitating more towards networks, groups, organizations, some type of networking. Okay, and I feel like this is definitely to help you advance in career or your status, your public image, how you're viewed, how you are received. Because you have Saturn, Sun in your 11th house, but Saturn naturally is attributed to your 9th and 10th house. Yeah, your 9th house too. There could be like a mentor, like an older person or something like that who is coming in, and maybe you start spending more time with them. Maybe, you know, they take you under your wing. You start learning things because the 9th house is also higher education. All right, let's pull some cards. For Taurus, you have Judgment. And the Queen of Swords here. Some of you could be cutting out a very judgmental person in your life. Could be a Scorpio energy. That could be a friend. That could be a romantic partner. That could be somebody that you're dating. Some of you too, though, because the 5th house can be about like childishness. I don't mean that in like a negative way. And the 11th house can be like maturing. So some of you could just be that, like you're putting away something because you got to, you know, go in a different direction. You got to grow up, so to speak. All right. Damn. Okay. 8 of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. And what is the guidance here? 10 of Cups in reverse. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you so much. Feels so good to get beautiful comments. You know, people with beautiful energy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. You have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. That's Aries. Okay. So yeah, I feel like from just looking with the 10 of Cups in reverse, you know, there is some discontentment here. They've been wanting to get that word out because they just keep saying it. Okay, it's out. Discontentment. And the 5th house, let me just say, right? The 5th house is naturally ruled by Leo, which is represented by the sun. It's the happy house, right? It's about children and playing and fun and all. So it's a happy house. So for the 10 of Cups in reverse to be out, 10 of Cups is a wish fulfillment card. Is actually where the sun is. It's in the 3rd decan of Pisces. Something that has been taking place in your 5th house, and let me just rerun what some of those themes can be. Children, but for some reason I don't get that, but I can't rule that out because it can be for someone. Children, it can be about romantic partners that you're dating. You know, I like to think kind of maybe like casually. Okay. You know, maybe like beginning stages, having fun, spicy. Okay. It could be about entrepreneurial endeavors, your business, right? Because it's about independence. Leo's very independent. So the 5th house can be that. It can be about your creative projects. It can be about hobbies. On the lower vibrational side, it can be about addictions and overdoing things. It can be about gambling. Okay, so you can see how that South Node and the moon working together there will help eclipse that out. Thank you for the like. I really appreciate that. Okay, I'm going to pull one clarify for each. Judgment, yeah. So, yeah, you are deciding whether, and again, Judgment is Scorpio energy for any of you, if that matters. You are deciding, like, is this in the 5th house giving back to me still? Right? Like, for example, I don't know, is hanging out with this group of friends really getting me there? Like, you know, is going over there, going out with them every Friday, drinking with them, is that getting me to my goal? You know, it could be something like that. It's like, is what that 5th house represents for you still serving you? Okay. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. Justice, that's Libra. Okay. Yeah, it's out of balance. So yeah, it feels like something's out of balance. I had 2 cards there, so let me get 2 clarifiers. And the King of Pentacles here. I feel like you want more. I feel like this is what I was saying. Like with the 5th house can be more about like, not immaturity, but like, it's like a coming of age. Like, you know, you want to grow more into something, you want to mature into something. So, you know, like I said, for some of you, you're going to pick up a mentor, you know. I don't think you're going to actively search for one. I think it's going to come to you, you know. Uranus is in your first house, but again, it's connected to your 10th house, where Aquarius is. That's the house of career, status. It's the top of the sky. It's the most public part of the house. So there could definitely be some unexpected opportunity there. That comes from whatever is leaving this fifth house and you focusing in that 11th house of your future, your hopes, your dreams, your goals. And it's also about networks. The 11th house can also be about friends, just like the fifth house. Okay, but I think the 11th house is more so about like networking, organizations, you know, humanity. So clarify the 10 of cups in reverse here for Taurus. Ace of Wands, period. That's it. That's Leo, Aries, Sag too. I'm sure you guys know that. But Ace of Wands there. So that is yeah, you're gonna be starting something new. You're gonna be going in a different direction. And I think also with the 10 of Cups in reverse, 10 of Cups always reminds me of like, you know, soul tribe or just like your people, right? But I think your group might be changing. Okay. I think your group might be changing. And Scorpio has like a similar story, and that is because you're natural opposites with Scorpio. So you guys are working with the same axis. It's just that the moon for them is in the 11th house, sun in the 5th house. So that's what I have for you, Taurus. I pray that those messages are helpful and that they find you well. Remember, ease, okay? I think the theme of this Virgo eclipse is that things have gotten too heavy where they have gotten too heavy, and we have no choice but to let it go or move on in that density and really feel it. Like this, I think if we move on in the density, the body is going to feel it. Thank you so much for the likes. The body's going to feel it because the South Node is in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign. Your body's going to start to show you signs. And that's what I was saying. If any of you saw my post, where I was saying like, yesterday I wanted to go live and I was starting to feel better yesterday and I started doing so much around the house, getting stuff done. And my higher self was like, did I tell you to rest? Like, and so my body started feeling it. Like it started feeling like I was regressing. And so that's why I just want everybody to take heed. You know, especially if you're having any of these retrogrades and stuff in health houses, like Scorpio risings, we're having that in our 6th, back into our 5th houses, okay? So I'm telling y'all, don't play with this density. Like, just let that stuff go. Whatever's leaving, just let it go, man. It feels so freeing. All right, y'all. Gemini, this is for my timestamps. All right. Okay, Gemini. I'm looking at the chart behind my phone. Sorry, there was a phone call coming through. All right, Gemini is happening in your 4th house. That's the house of, so it's such an intimate house. It's the most private house because it's at the bottom of your chart. So it's about family. It's about your mother. It's about your ancestry, where you come from, your actual home, your internal home, how safe you feel. Your emotions, because it's the home of the moon. So I will say that the moon feels comfortable there, right? Because it's the home of the moon. And the sun, which is the opposite of this full moon, is in your 10th house, most popular and visible part of your house is where the sun and Saturn have linked up there. So some of you are closing out something either literally at home, something's finishing up at home. For some of you, it could be just that mundane. Okay, something's getting eclipsed at home. You're finishing up a project. I don't know. You're done. I think for others of you, okay, because Uranus is in the 12th house and is making positive aspects to the sun and the moon, again, in your 4th and your 10th house. These could be some very like out of nowhere, powerful realizations about how you want to be seen, how you feel about yourself. This could be for some of you about people in your family, in your physical home, who you feel like may restrict you or have held you back from pursuing something like in your career, or, you know, I don't know, making changing your status, or, you know, growing your status is, I think, is what I'm trying to say there. Okay. And you're having the Venus retrograde between your 11th and 10th houses. Yeah. It's being eclipsed out for Gemini. Okay. The Magician. Gemini's card. Oh, and the Five of Swords. Manipulators. Even if this is your own manipulation of, like, you know, the stories we tell ourselves in private, you know, okay. The Eight of Pentacles here. Yeah. So whatever is, this is clear, Gemini. So whatever is being eclipsed as far as the home front, okay, the fourth house. And again, it doesn't just have to be the physical home. Like, I want you to think of the fourth house as like your private life, like what you don't, you know, necessarily want people to know. And that's fine. You know, you got to keep some things to yourself. It's being eclipsed because the Eight of Pentacles, like something about work, right? Yeah, something about work, something about your networks, connecting with people. Like, you have to make room for more things, and something about home, something about your private life could have been really weighing you down, and really messing with your self-worth as well, because the moon is connected to your second house, maybe your self-worth, or even your money. Gemini. Your guidance is the Chariot. That's Cancerian energy. Wowzers. And the Queen of Swords, which I always connect. Hi, Moose One, Abby. Thanks for stopping in. I always attribute the Queen of Swords, like, she always reminds me of a Gemini. In the best way. In the best way. A lot of Geminis that I know are very good at, like, cutting people off. Boundary, like, and that's what I feel with this. So let's just get one clarifier for each. Yep, the Magician here, the Nine of Swords. So I feel like, honestly, Gemini, you are, this is that density that I'm talking about. So some of you might have been so burdened with, like, responsibility at home, and worry about this, worry about that, who's gonna do this, and right? Like, that you can't even focus on building your career. You couldn't focus on, like, you know, building, excuse me, your status or certain relationships and certain connections. And so it's being eclipsed. Yeah, the sun. Oh my God, because you, oh my God, I love that. The sun is also Leo, because you need to, it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to shine. That's literally the 10th house. And remember, we just had a new moon there in Pisces in your 10th house. So I wonder what seed you planted there. Yeah, it's time for you to shine. There is some type of purpose in your 10th house because the North Node is there. So you're not, I don't think you're wrong if you're feeling like you need to focus there, or you want to focus there, and you know, something in that fourth house needs to wrap up. I don't think you should feel guilty or wrong. I feel like the chart is saying that, like, everything is saying that. Clarify the guidance, please. Yeah, don't feel bad. Literally, your guidance is the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. Like, go towards the new thing. And the Chariot and the Ace of Wands is very much like, oh, you know what? It's spring summer energy too. Cancer is summer energies. Cancerians are the cardinal signs that usher in the summer solstice. And if you don't know, all the cardinal signs usher in the new seasons. That's why they're cardinal. They start things. Yeah, this is going in a new direction. And I think, yeah, with the fourth house, you have to let that heaviness go. And for some of you, it might very well be out of your control. And I think for a lot of people, when it's out of your control, it might be because there's some resistance on your part, and so the universe intervenes and it takes it out anyway. You know, it eclipses it out for you. So I don't know, it could play out a plethora of ways for different people. So we'll see. Do let me know. But I feel like for you, Gemini, go for the thing. Go for the thing. I feel like it's your time. The North Node is in your 10th house. What other time? The North Node is in the most visible part of your sky. Okay? So if you want to be seen, like, this is it. It's the time. Have faith in that. Okay? And don't let anybody's subconscious programming, but you might unexpectedly, break out of that. Like literally with a new belief, a new faith. Okay, because Uranus rules your 9th house, a higher perspective that overrides your programming from home. Okay, whatever home represents, whether that is just your mother, whether that's your lineage, whether that's the actual home you live in, the people you live with now, etc., etc. Okay, that's what I have for you, Gemini. I appreciate you. Alrighty, get a little water. Okay, I think they just started yard work. Great. Hopefully it's not too disturbing. Sorry guys, I picked the perfect time. Alright, Cancerians. That's for my timestamp. Alright, let's get your chart out here. Man, I am so glad I put this fan on. It is feeling like a spring day. Like, feel the groundhog. I don't know. I'm telling you, we having an early spring. I don't know what Phil was talking about because, whoo, it's hot. Okay, Cancerians, you guys are having this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo in your 3rd house. It's a house of communications, can be online communications, is naturally ruled by Gemini and Mercury. So I will say that I think Virgo suits well here because Virgo is also ruled by Mercury. Okay. It can be about siblings. It can be about short trips, your immediate neighborhood, right? So the environment that you're closest to, that you're in every day, where you commute and things. And then the sun, okay, that's opposing this moon is in your 9th house, the things that are further away from you. Not just your, I always call the 3rd house like your learning mind, right? Like we think about it as like grade school, right? And then we think about like the 9th house is like the higher education, right? So those higher philosophies, those higher perspectives, those God perspectives. Because the 9th house is naturally ruled by Sagittarius, who is very philosophical. Okay. Now, some of you are going to definitely be eclipsing out something when it comes to communication. This could be a small project. It could be about a certain neighborhood or environment that you're in, or something changing in that environment that you're in. Uranus right now is in your 11th house and is positively aspecting the sun and the moon for you. Some of you too, Cancerians, could have either you're adopting a new, again, higher perspective, and you're not letting anyone like take you away from that. And just kudos to you, because I know some Cancer risings personally, and yes, y'all do that. Or there could be you could be another one who has like someone come in of like a spiritual nature, of like a philosophical type, who, I don't know, starts to get you to look at life differently, see things differently, get you out of the smaller mind, okay, with the South Node in the 3rd house. So let's bring this out here. Devil in reverse. 5 of Swords. That's heavy. Whew. That's heavy. So there was a lot going on in your mental, or again, in your environment, 3rd house. What you were told, what you were brought up on. Thank you. The Queen of Wands. Yes! It's being eclipsed out because you deserve to be confident. You deserve to go out into the world feeling good about yourself and not having people tear you down, or tearing yourself down with your thoughts or the way that you think about yourself. Yeah, I think you guys could be having unexpected either like connections with people with Uranus in the 11th house. Could be outings. You know, I think maybe great. It's like Daytona 500 down here. Okay. Okay. I think maybe uh it could be trying to pull you out of your comfort zone too, like get you out into different environments, different, be around different people, mesh with different cultures, like, you know, I'm hearing get you out of your neck of the woods. Okay, so some of you maybe start to travel longer distances as well. What's the guidance here for Cancer? The Nine of Swords here. Hermit on the bottom of the deck. That's Virgo energy. So this is about faith, because that's a God house. Ninth house is God house. This is about your faith. Less worry. Okay, because some of you are bringing that density. Remember this, the theme of it is letting go of the heaviness. That is the theme, the very simplistic theme. If you want to just think about simple terms, where's your life heavy? Okay, and if you're a Cancer rising, is showing up in the third house. And the moon, okay, in the third house is also connected to your first house as a Cancer, because the moon rules Cancer. Okay, so this really affects you. Okay, so if you're thinking negatively, or you got somebody else's voice on replay who's also a negative talker and thinker, that's going to weigh on you heavily. Okay, and anything that starts to consume your mind, I do believe can start to consume your body. Yes, look at that. The devil in reverse is clarified by the Three of Swords. I feel like whatever this is has been so painful. It's been so hurtful and heavy to live in. Okay, clarify the Queen of Wands. Yes, the Queen of Pentacles. Cancerians, for some of you, this might involve taking care of yourself more. Okay? Taking care of yourself. And maybe that might mean that, you know, maybe somebody else is not getting all of you right now. I think that's okay. Clarify the Nine of Swords. Yeah. The Six of Wands here, because I think that you want to be seen too. You had the North Node in your 10th house for a year and a half. And now you're having Venus retrograde there. And then Venus is going to come back into this God house where the sun is. So I think you want to be seen. I think there's more you want to accomplish. But I think this eclipse is telling you that it starts in your mind and how you view yourself, how you view what you can accomplish, and your level of faith. I'm hearing, where is your faith? And don't worry, I'm calling you out. I think all of us are being asked this in some way, shape, or form. Where is your faith? And for some of you, I'm hearing, or who took it away? Or who did you allow to take it away? I'm hearing that. Just see if I get anything else from it. I was gonna say it's no major arcanas, but the devil was the only major arcana, which again is Capricorn, and that was in reverse. Okay, last thing too, because the moon is always associated with femininity, with feminine energies, whether again it's an actual woman or a male who has dominant feminine energy. It could be that spirit wants you to be around more confident people, you know, and so those could be the people that you're coming into. And so if you are a masculine specifically, I think don't be adverse to like maybe a female mentor or teacher or spiritual like counselor or something. I don't want to say like guru or something like that, you know, because Neptune's still in Pisces at the 29th degree, and yeah, you know, sometimes Neptune is, I think, a tricky planet because just I don't know, you know, but be open to different, Be open to new. I would say if you're meeting people from different cultures, different backgrounds, come from a different country, I think these are all the things that you need to be engaging in. Okay. If it's going to different places, you know, exploring, even if you have to do that alone, I don't think that you will. I think that be meeting people, or you'll be doing it in a group or some type of unexpected thing. But I think this is about getting out of your comfort zone, Cancerians. All right. So that's what I have for you guys. I appreciate you. I pray those messages find you well, are helpful and healing. Okay. Going to Leo. All right, Leo, if you are a rising Leo, it's going to be taking place in your second house. That is about, it's a financial house. It's more about the things that you own. It's also a house of self-worth. Okay, and the moon is conjunct the south node there. So something's heavy there, whether how we view ourselves, your self-worth. It can be about things, right? The luxuries, right? Because the second house can represent that, but that could be getting a bit dense for some of you. And you have the sun in your 8th house, okay, which is a house of like shared resources. It's the very opposite of everything that the second house is. It's also more codependent in the 8th house. Okay, there could be some unexpected changes as far as like your career, okay, in connection to this, maybe what you earn, or because the 8th house is joint resources. Okay, let's see what else we get. Ace of Swords. Okay. Ace of Cups in reverse. So you're seeing clearly at the time of this eclipse that something is not loving anymore. Either your heart's not in something. This could very well be about your career. It could be about a way that you make money. Some of you is connected to health because the Sun Saturn conjunction in your 8th house. Saturn rules your 6th house. So for some of you, it could be connected to health. What's the guidance here? King of Wands in reverse. Yeah, you are reworking a vision. Yep, 10 of Wands. There's the heaviness. That's literally what I see when I think about this South Node and the Moon in Virgo right now. I think about the 10 of Wands, even though it's represented by the 10 of Pentacles. And the King of Wands is Leo, so that's in reverse. Ace of Swords is clarified by the 3 of Cups. Yeah, some of you might be moving out of something, even if it was about the money. Like, if you were staying in something for the money, I feel like some of y'all might be reevaluating that. What really matters? Am I having fun? Like, is this, you know? Why? Yep, like literally. Ace of Cups in reverse is clarified by the 10 of Cups. Yep. King of Wands in reverse. You. Clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. Upright. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I think there are new ways to make money. I think you're going to be finding new ways to make money. I think, and let me stop saying finding. I think that with as much ease as we can let this stuff get eclipsed out, Uranus will help bring something in unexpectedly. Will help us make the right contact, bring in the right person, put us in the right place, open the right door, you know, whatever it is. But I think that's what's happening here. I mean, this is happening in the financial house for you. you know. And if it's about your self-worth, again, it could be that you're not attaching it to the things that you have. You're not attaching it to your status. You're not attaching it to your job. That doesn't matter to you anymore. That's changing. You have the North Node in your 8th house, for God's sake. That is very deep. North Node in the 8th house, a deeper experience, you know. But it's the North Node in the 8th house is also about intimacy, you know. And maybe there's a part of the 2nd house that has to eclipse out, you know, so that you, I don't know, you can be more vulnerable, be more intimate with people, have more intimate relationships, or connections with people. So ultimately, Leo, I feel like there could be new ways that are shown to you that you can make money, or that even if, let me just say, even if it's lesser pay, so to speak, but you have more fulfillment doing it. I think that even if it, I want to say if it seems like that at first, right? Because I feel like anything you put your heart into, like you can grow that, you can expand that, you can create abundance from that, versus doing something that's painstaking and you're not putting positive energy into it because you don't want to do it in the first place, right? You're tired, overworked, whatever it might be. So really consider that, Leo. That might be to you are a fixed sign. I'm a fixed sign too, fixed rising sign. So really consider it, you know, really consider what this is trying to say about that 2nd house, about your possessions, your assets, and your earning potential. All right. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I appreciate you guys. I pray those messages find you well, are helpful and healing. And we're going to keep it moving. We are at the stars of the show. Virgo. Lego. Let me get the chart up so I can reference it a bit. Let me get a sip of water. Also, I think I just reached, y'all, it's crazy. I got on TikTok, I think like, I want to say like 2 weeks ago. Haven't even really been posting like that. Just kind of testing the waters. And I think I reached the threshold where I can go live on there. So I'm excited. I'm going to be merging those lives with this, just to see how the feel is. So if you want to follow me over there, it's just Mana Eilina Tarot. Really simple. No symbols or anything. Okay, Virgo, it's your show. It's the lunar eclipse in Virgo, so it's going to be happening in your 1st house if you are a Virgo rising, okay? 1st house is about you. It's about appearance, too. Rules the head, okay? So watch for any, like, pressure, any sensations up there that might be happening. Be mindful that the 1st house is the head. And ruled by Aries, where you're having a Venus retrograde. The sun is in your 7th house of relationships. And the sun conjunct Saturn in your 7th house. I don't know why I just got that. I don't know. Some of you could be looking at people different that you are in relationship with. Okay, I don't know why that came through. Maybe that Saturn, that Saturn sun, you know, can be very eye-opening because Saturn, because it's so close to the sun. So some of you, I'm not going to lie, could have felt maybe some coldness from partnerships. And maybe that has a lot to do with this eclipse and how you will move forward. All right, Uranus in your 9th house could bring some unexpected travel, unexpected opportunity. Maybe you get to get away from that cold individual, if that is the case. Let's see. Let's eclipse out for Virgo. The 3 of Swords, cold, but it's leaving. We love that. And the 4 of Swords, you overthinking about, well, why? Well, what can I do? Well, how can I be better? Like, Hell no, because this is what I always tell Virgo rising specifically too, especially in this lifetime, because we just happen to incarnate while Neptune traveled through Pisces. And naturally, your seventh house is Pisces. So, honestly, naturally, Virgo, you can idealize people sometimes without knowing it. You know, they just seem like a good person, you know, maybe put them on a pedestal without even knowing it, you know. And that's what I mean. So, you could be having some realizations about people, even about I would say even about being used or your energy being harvested for people or like your good vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like people eating off your good vibe but not contributing to it, you know? All right, why does this have to be eclipsed out? Literally when the Ace of Swords dropped, I heard, I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Yeah, you're seeing people clearly. Six of Wands. Who? Eight of Wands. And I'm wondering if there was like a sense of control that you could have felt from certain people. Or if these people in this relationship house feel like they're losing control of you, right? And that's where that coldness could be coming from. If they feel like you don't need them, so to speak, anymore. And honestly, Virgo, you are working on independence, right? And that doesn't mean you'll never need people. We didn't come here to be like that, right? But there are periods where we do need to be more sovereign. We do need to be more independent. And collectively, we are in a season where we do need to be more sovereign. We do need to lean into our independence so that we know what our intuition sounds like. Okay, and I feel like you are definitely going through that with the South Node in your sign. What's the guidance here for Virgo? Your guidance is a strength card. I freaking love that for you. Leo. I knew there was a Leo connection. I knew there was. There's something about confidence here. And your confidence could honestly be intimidating for no damn reason. Yeah. Welcome to Scorpio rising. Welcome to our world. It's like, I didn't even do anything, you know? All right, you got the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Could have to do with, you know, family. Some of you, this is about like leaving the nest, getting out of your comfort zone and that making other people uncomfortable. You should still do it boldly. Okay, clarify the Three of Swords. Listen! Hold on. Sorry, somebody was calling me. Hold on one second. Let me let them know. Okay. Sorry about that. You have the World and the Three of Swords here. Like, I think some of you too, other people have been comfortable like putting their shit on you. You know what I'm saying? And when people do that, it does slow you down. It does weigh you down. It doesn't allow you to follow your dreams, to go after what you need. And you have Jupiter in the 10th house. Okay, you have Jupiter in the 10th house. Mars is starting to move through your 11th house. Yeah, like you should be confident. Your world is expanding and no one should hold that back. Okay, now what I will say also, listen, okay, on the flip side of that Sun Saturn conjunction, there could be certain restrictions, okay, in certain relationships as well that appear or that have appeared, because that conjunction is hi Milky, thank you. Okay, yeah, the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Six of Cups. This has been going on for too long. For too long. For some of you, this is a childhood cycle that's wrapping up. You just can't carry their burdens anymore. And for some of you, it's people who, or a person, it could be just a specific person who, and I'm saying people because it's yours is also on a relationship axis like Pisces was, because the first and seventh house is involved. It could be that people think they're protecting you, but it's actually hindrance. All right, and you'll have to have that confidence, courage, bravery. Okay, because I think that what may have happened is that you could have, you know, how, like I said, somebody thinks they're protecting you and they might, you know, they might mean well. They could have good intentions, right? but instead maybe it embeds fear, right? You get what I'm saying? So it's like overriding that program. Okay, so what I will say is, like, some of you might feel fearful being new territory with the Uranus in the ninth house, although it's been there for some time, but it's aspecting this moon and this sun, both the moon and the sun differently, but both positively. You might feel out of place. You might feel different. You might feel, out of your comfort zone, because you are, and because that is purposeful, and that's the point. Okay, clarify the strength card. Yeah, it's the Four of Swords. But if you keep persisting through that, through the fear, right? Because courage is just being afraid and doing it anyway. If you keep persisting through, okay, I think that you will see a vision through. Like with this Four of Swords, I'm actually seeing you reach an achievement and you being in the middle of a manifestation. So if you keep it going, okay, push through these comfort zones, you're gonna have to, some people are gonna, have some adverse reactions. Don't react. If anything, let them show you who they are with their reactions to decisions that you're making for your life. I mean, come on. But I think if you persist, you will find yourself later down the line, right? Because this is an eclipse. This is going to play out 3-6 months, okay? You will find yourself at some point living in a real life manifestation of yours. And I think it's going to be like a full circle moment. I think you will realize it in that moment. Like, oh my God, wait a minute. I wanted to do this. Like, I always wanted to do this. Yes, Rachel. So glad to have you here. Thank you. I appreciate you sharing your energy with us. Yes, I like that motto too. Don't take the bait, y'all, because March is madness. So yeah, Virgo, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. You've got to, because you got some expanding to do. I don't know what you got to do, but Jupiter's in your 10th house. Like, that's huge, okay? And again, I just want to remind you that the North Node is in your 7th house. So any relationship that is eclipsed out, the North Node is there bringing in the right people. I promise you. The North Node is going to bring in the right connections. And it's not about, I just want to say, it's not about quantity, but the quality of people, relationships, connections, and contracts that are going to start to come in as a result of letting these go. All right, so that's what I have for you, Virgo. I appreciate you guys. I pray that those messages find you well, or helpful, healing, all the things. All the things good, okay? Let me know how it works out. Okay, Libra. Let go. Okay, let's get your chart up. I have Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius. Okay. Okay, Libra. This is happening for you in the 12th house. Okay. 12th house is hidden. It's the subconscious. It's the past. It's hidden enemies. We got to say that. Okay. I went through this transit. That's where the eclipse is happening. The South Node is there. Okay. And the moon is naturally connected to your 10th house. This could have a lot to do with your career, Libra. I say that too because Saturn and the sun are in your 6th house, another career house. For a lot of you, you're not going to escape whatever is happening at work. Like, it's something with work. It's something with how you're seen. It's something with status. It's something with reputation. Like, it is. Okay? 4th house. You could be eclipsing out self-sacrificing, Libra. Sacrificing yourself for the good of work or job or everyone else. You also have Uranus in your 8th house, okay, of shared finances. And so I'm not gonna lie, I wonder if there's something about like money or shared finances that is coming out. I will, you know, the 12th house is secretive, okay? And it's an eclipse there. The secret got to come out, okay? Whatever it is, it has to be eclipsed out. It has to be brought to the forefront. And then the sun is in the 6th house of everyday life. Like it has to be brought up. Whatever this is. Ooh, what is this? What is this, Libra? I'm hearing, are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? So Libra, it could be something that literally, right? Because yeah, literally, because the like I said, the 12th house is hidden, it's dark, it's a subconscious. Are you seeing it? Because the subconscious is buried. So pay attention during this eclipse. Like now we're in the window. Like now. Don't wait till Friday. Now. Everything is related to it. And I think the moon is in Virgo today. The moon is in Virgo today. So we in it. We're in the eclipse energy. Okay. What's being eclipsed out here for Libra? The 8 of Wands. I'm hearing going nowhere fast. We've reached our climax. And that's crazy because the 8 of Wands is fast. Going nowhere fast. Going nowhere fast. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Are you overworking? Are you self-sacrificing? I'm not gonna lie. When I had these eclipses in on my 6th and 12th house axis, it was tiring. Now it was a bit of a different vibe because the North Node was in Aries, right? North Node is in Pisces now. Different vibe. But Queen of Pentacles in reverse is either someone who is not taking care of themselves or someone who, ooh, damn, okay, robs, steals, is dishonest with resources. Uranus is in the 8th house. It could come out. 111 on the time when I said that. What's the guidance? The 4 of Wands. Woo! And the Fool, honey. Whew. Okay, Saturn rules your 4th house of Capricorn. Some of you just, you know what? Some of you might realize during this eclipse, like you want to pull back maybe from work or from some people at work or from maybe even some gossip at work, okay? Because Mercury's going to retrograde in your 7th house, or just dealing with certain people, maybe to preserve your health, maybe even to focus on what really matters for you, okay? Again, Saturn conjunct the sun is like, okay, what really matters? What do we really need to do? And that for you is in your 6th house of everyday habits. And again, it's connected to your 4th house of home, family, what truly matters. What's this? 8 of Wands. It's the moon. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Cups. Yeah. Everything is being clarified by cups, by water. Clarify the guidance. The 5 of Wands. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna lie. Some of you might have to rock the boat. Some of you might have to rock the boat. So if you are used to, of course, you are a beautiful Libra who is the peaceful one of us all. Okay, but with the 5 of Wands, 4 of Wands being your guidance, you might have to rock the boat. And rocking the boat might just mean, maybe really standing up for what matters for you, not letting yourself be self-sacrificial, not letting yourself be overworked, be used, especially if this is in a workplace or something like that. There could be a lot of responsibilities that have come down on you. Okay. And I don't know, this Uranus there, I don't know. For some of you, there could be something coming out about like mismanagement or just something about shared resources. Yeah, because Uranus is connected to the 5th house too. I heard that. I heard I can't be quiet anymore. Okay. So whatever this is, Libra, you know, 12th house, it can be uncomfortable. It can be. I think, yeah. I think whatever this is, Libra, your presence, whatever it is, I think you're going to be the one to rock the boat. Yeah. Where's the sun for you? It's your 11th house. Yeah, and I think it has to do with other people. It does. Okay, because the sun is connected to your 11th house. Uranus connected to your 5th house of friends and associates and networks. Then you got hella planets in your 6th and 7th house of relationships and people you see every day. Okay? You might have to lay down some boundaries of what you won't tolerate, what you won't be involved in. Especially if it's any like workplace stuff. Just, please leave it. And that's crazy because I remember talking to Pisceans. Some of you might be Pisces sun. I remember talking to Pisceans a while ago about knowing the difference between work relationships and real friendships. Okay? For some of you, that's going to be a theme. I'm hearing, what about your friends? Okay? That's what I have for you, Pisceans. Libras, that's what I have for you. I appreciate your time. I pray those messages find you well, are helpful and healing. All right, I have Scorpio, Sag, Cap, and Aquarius. Let's get to Scorps. Whoa. All right, Scorpio. In the 11th house. It's happening in the 11th house. It is a house of friends, but it is a house of networks. I think the difference between the 5th house, right, because they're both about friends, I think the 11th house is more connected to networking, maybe work, friends, co-workers. Whereas I think the 5th house might be like those friends from childhood, friends you grew up with. Okay? Something's being eclipsed in the 11th house, excuse me. Something is heavy there, whether it be those associations to networks, the groups that you are a part of, what society's expectations of you, okay, is also being eclipsed for your own vision. Sun, Saturn in the 5th house. Some of you are getting very dead serious about your business. Some of you are turning a hobby into a business, okay? Sun, Saturn conjunction there. Some of you are focusing more on your children, some of you are having children, and so you can't deal with the group anymore. You know, you gotta focus in. Whatever the case, relationships are changing for you. Okay, associations, networks, groups that you are a part of, the very direction of your life could literally be changing because that is the 11th house. The moon is also connected to your 9th house of Cancer. So you could also be another one who is like changing the way that you think, maybe implementing more faith, having more faith. I think a lot of Scorpio risings are relighting their fire. I just heard them, come on baby, light my fire. Okay, so I think a lot of Scorpio risings are relighting the fire. Okay, Uranus, okay, is in your 7th house. It has been there. But it's positively aspecting this full moon and the sun. So there could be unexpected opportunities that come by way of people, other people. Okay, it could be unexpected contracts, unexpected negotiations. You have Mercury in your 6th house. But remember, Mercury goes retrograde the day after the eclipse. Okay, the day after. Okay. You also have Venus has been retrograding in your 6th house. So I think a lot of you are rethinking. Some of you may be rethinking work because the sun rules your 10th house. Some of you might be doing more solo stuff. Some of you literally might be trying to like push a business or something. You have Pluto down in the 4th house, like really transforming you from the inside out. For Scorpio. Give me one, please. That was like 4 cards. That was flipped over. That was the Page of Pentacles. Okay. Ace of Wands. Whoo. Oh my God. In the Page of Pentacles. What? Hold on. What? The Devil in reverse. Oh my God. What's happening? That is so clear. Are you ready for this? Whew. Okay, you got pretty much major arcanas, but you have an ace out here. It's Leo, Aries, Sag, Capricorn, and Aries again with the Fool. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles. Whew. Okay. Some of you, okay, with this Ace of Wands, this could be something that you were once creatively connected to. For some of you, I'm not even gonna lie, this could be something that you started, I don't know how recent ago, but they're saying kind of, you know, it was something new that maybe you had gotten into. And if so, I would say it was in maybe 2024. Okay. That really might have to be eclipsed. I just pulled a clarifier for it. Just top of the deck. Ten of Swords. Just like that. You've outgrown it. Just like that, you've realized, it ain't for me no more. Whew. Oh my God. Why are we like this? Okay, the Devil in reverse here in the Six of Pentacles, and you don't want to slave anymore just to get this. Just to get the Six of Pentacles. You don't want to do it. You don't want to sell your soul. Devil in reverse. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. You don't want to have to pretend that you care about society's expectations of you, right? Or like, not like that, right? Not like being super selfish and you can't do things for society. It's not that, right? It's that doesn't dictate your life, that doesn't go against your grain, that doesn't go against what your intuition is saying. Hey Scorpio, no, do this, but everything over here looks good on paper. Okay, that's what it's looking like in this 11th house. Something in the 11th house looks good on paper, but something in this 5th house is aligning with your soul in this lifetime. Okay, clarify the Fool. Period. Scorpio, I think you had one of the most clear readings. Period. Six of Swords and the Fool. Think it's time to let it go. Looks like another low TKO. Hold on, somebody text me. Sorry, guys. Yeah. It's time. There is something new. And I think for y'all, oh my God, the Aries solar eclipse. That's it. You're ruled by Mars. The Aries solar eclipse. That's it. That's it for you, Scorpio. Okay. Whatever this thing is, you'll know what it is. It has something, if you're a Scorpio rising specifically, it has something to do with that 11th house. It's too heavy. It has to go. It has to be eclipsed out. Or it's going to be eclipsed out. I'm hearing people are going to start leaving or something. Okay. Okay. Take the messages if they resonate. Okay. But Scorpio, this is very, very clear. Spirit doesn't care how long ago, how recent this was. This is what is describing it now. The Ten of Swords. It's dead weight. It is holding you back. It is holding you down. Okay. You will have to identify what that is. I'll go through those themes one last time while I wrap up. The 11th house is about associations. It can be about friends. I think it's more so about networks, communities, organizations that we are a part of. For some of you, it is work. It is a whole industry that you're changing out of. Okay. For some, also the 11th house is about, the direction of our life. It's like the dreams, what we want for the future. Some of you is changing. You're like, I don't even want that anymore. Like that was based off of somebody else's expectations. I actually want this, so just let those themes roll in. Let them roll in. Roll on, roll on. Okay. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go to Sag, get a little water. All right, Sag, let's go ahead and get your chart up. All right, I'm on Sag, then Cap, and Aquarius. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 10th house, very public house, because it deals with your career. It's public because it's at the top of the chart. So it deals with your career, your status, your reputation, career, what you do for work, occupation. I don't know. I don't really say that, but they wanted me to say occupation. Something about that is wrapping up, is changing, is evolving, or is completely eclipsing out. The sun and Saturn is in your 4th house, the most private part of your chart. So you're having some big realizations in that area of your life. Home, your family, your mom. Some of you may be children, because the 5th house is lit up as well with Mercury, Venus retrograde, Chiron is there, and Neptune is going to join them on the 30th. Okay. Uranus is in your 6th house. Okay. Of everyday activities. You know, there could be something that comes up in your everyday life that aids in this eclipsing of something in your 10th house. Okay, so there could be an unexpected event, something you have to tend to. The 6th house is also a health house. Be mindful. Okay. Oh, King of Wands. Okay, could literally be a person. 5 of Wands there. King of Wands is Leo, and Leo naturally rules the 5th house. Could be a date, someone you're dating. Remember, Venus is retrograde in your 5th house right now. So that makes sense. Mercury's going to go retrograde there too. So if it is eclipsed out and it is someone that you're dating, expect to hear from them again. Okay? Expect to hear from them again. Hey, honeybee! Expect to hear from them again. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Why does it have to be eclipsed out? Because Wheel of Fortune, 7 of Pentacles in reverse, it keeps repeating patterns. 7 of Pentacles upright, I think, is about evaluation. You know, how do I get this, make this better? In reverse, there's none of that. Okay? The guidance is the 4 of Pentacles in reverse and Temperance. Sagittarius. Okay, yeah, it's gonna, you have to let that go. You have to let it go. Because 4 of Pentacles to me can also indicate survival mode. Okay? And holding on to something really tightly. All right. One clarifier for the King of Wands. The 3 of Cups here. Okay. All this like playful energy. So again, if this is really referencing someone in that 5th house for you, it could be that you need something more. You want something more. You want something more fulfilling. You want something deeper. You want something more intimate. For God's sakes, the North Node is in your 4th house, the most private part of your chart, the most nurturing part of your chart. There's no way, like, you know, you can ignore that. Okay, listen. The King of Cups just came out to clarify that. The nurturer. Love that. So, you know, I am heavily picking up on this being a person because we're getting all these kings out here. And I like to be specific like that. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm finding like it is. Like when those characters come out, like it is those energies. And that makes sense. You know, for some of you, it doesn't have to be romantic either, because this is, you have things going on in your friendship house of the 5th house. You have Venus retrograde going there. Some of you are not aligning with some of the things that you used to do with your friends, some of the things that you used to do for fun. You're just not, you know, some of you are reconnecting with certain things. Venus retrograde in the 5th house is going to bring back some exes, okay? Clarify the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Swords. So this is also like letting go. This is letting go communication, like period, with someone or something. And again, Mercury is about to slide backwards and go retrograde in the 5th house the day after this eclipse. And Mercury rules this eclipse because it's connected to Virgo. Mercury rules the eclipse. And he's going retrograde the day after. So whatever happens about the eclipse, we're going to be hearing about it. Some way, somehow, somebody going to be talking about it. We're going to be talking about it. Somebody's going to be coming back like, hey, did you really mean to do that? all the things. Get ready. Okay, but Sag, yeah. I feel like you want more. Yeah. And I think you're getting really clear on that. Yep. That's all I need. The Devil just came out to further clarify the King of Wands and the Three of Cups. Oh, what? What happens when the fun turns toxic? That's what I heard. In reference to this fifth house energy. What happens when the fun turns toxic? They are also making emphasis for you Sag risings of Venus. Pay attention when Venus slides back into your fourth house, because right now she's retrograding in Aries, but when she goes back to Pisces, it's going to be a different vibration. Very different vibration. She loves to be in Pisces. She does not like to be in Aries because she likes Aries opposite Libra. Okay. So yeah. I heard a smooth operator, smooth operator. Okay, so some of you could be dealing with that. I definitely get those vibes. King of Wands and the Devil, smooth operator. Seriously. All right. But you're gonna have to hold true. Seriously, this Ace of Swords and the King of Cups, and some of you, it could be that when Venus goes into your fourth house, that there is this like deepening of faith. Like, no, I can really have that type of person. You know, I could really have that type of he thinks he is, honeybee. He thinks he's a smooth operator. I can see it. You know, so really hold true to what you want in a relationship, what you want in a partner. I think that's what these energies are asking you. I will say, I think Sag, you could be tested by exes coming back. Okay. And the energy that I'm sitting right here, somebody's not serious. Okay. Some of you, you know, we'll talk about that on Saturday. Okay, but this energy right here, I think it's best to focus on and hold true in your heart and have faith. I know we're sick of that word, but we can't. Okay, because all this stuff is in Pisces right now. Faith is emphasized. South Node is in Virgo. Overthinking is not. Okay, so have faith, and over analyzing is not. Okay, have faith that what you want, you can truly have. Now some of you might be on there might be something like wrapping up at work or something for some of you on another note with this happening in the 10th house. Okay, there could be something that's wrapping up, ending, being eclipsed out, and it could be so that you can maybe create more security within yourself at home, spend more time at home for some of you. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Sag. I appreciate you. I pray those messages find you well, are helpful and healing. Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, guys. I was talking to my son. Okay. I have 2 more signs, and then we're going to get ready for, he does martial arts, which has been so great. So great for him. Okay, so he has so much energy. But I also like the discipline and respect aspect of it. Like, I really like the culture of it. Okay, guys, let's keep it moving. We're gonna go to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. You were involved with the Sun-Saturn conjunction, because Saturn rules you, right? If you're a Capricorn, right? Well, if you're a Capricorn, period. But Capricorn rising rules your first house. The eclipse is happening in your 9th house. Did I say 9th house? What? 9th house? It's okay. That is the house of foreign cultures, higher education, higher perspectives. I call it the God house because it's naturally ruled by Sag and Jupiter. It's philosophical, it's existential, right? It's what is life, you know? So you have an eclipse happening there. Okay. I'll also wonder for some of you, it's kind of coming in specific, so it might be for just a few or one person. There could be a long distance place that you go or travel or something that you don't have to anymore. Okay. Wow. Okay. The sun is in your third house, which is everything opposite that I just said of the ninth house. So it's your immediate environment. It's where you're comfortable. It's also siblings. You have Uranus in your fifth house too. Okay. Uranus rules your second house. There could be some shakeups, unexpected things happening with either pertaining to children, someone you're dating, in reference to a business or a project or creative project or hobby that you might have as well. It could be something unexpected that is happening with that involves either people from other cultures, people who are further away, like people overseas or something like that, longer distances from you. But I think the stronger impact will be from those who are closer in your environment, because there's the trine. The Uranus is just sextiling the moon. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, Uranus is trining the moon. I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's not right. Uranus is trining the moon, sextiling the sun. Sorry, guys. I've done like 10 of these. All right, what's eclipse in for Capricorn? Page of Cups in reverse. Ooh, the Emperor. I'm not a little boy anymore. That's what this feels like. Oh my God. Don't try to sun me. Whoa, okay. Why is this happening? You're not trying to get sunned anymore. Woo! 10 of Cups in reverse because something is not fulfilling. The Lovers on the bottom of the deck. It could be a relationship. It could be a Gemini. The guidance is the 10 of Wands. Whew. Oh, yeah. The heaviness. Remember, the theme of this is heaviness. Okay, because the South Node is conjunct the Moon in Virgo. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Feelings have changed. I'll just say that. Feelings are changing. You have Venus going through your fourth house of feelings. So your feelings could definitely be changing about something. Ooh, and it could be changing about a partner or somebody that you're dating, a creative project. I say that because Venus is connected to your fifth house where Uranus is. So something about that's changing. Something about the way you feel about it. Yep. 5 of Wands here. There's conflict, a fight, an argument, a disagreement. Clarify the 10 of Cups in reverse. The World. Something is totally wrapping up. Some of you, it could be for some of you, it could be family relationships too, because you're gonna have Mercury go retrograde in your fourth house as well. And you've had Mars in your seventh house really transforming your relationships. You have the Justice card clarifying the 10 of Wands. Justice is Libra, so like balance must be restored here. Impeding on my happiness. Why am I hearing that? Give me one more. 10 of Swords. Well, that's impeding on happiness. 10 of Swords. The 8 of Swords. Could also be, listen, let me make it a little bit more mundane for some people. Some of you, it's your own overthinking that's impeding on your happiness. And the Sun Saturn conjunction in your third house showed you that, or is showing you that. Okay, how it has held you back. Right, yeah, because you had the South Node just get out of your 10th house of how people see you, and you've been working on that, not giving a fuck, you know? Yeah. Whew. And the Five of Pentacles here. I will also say if there has been any like draining, anything, I mean, there has to be. The South Node is in Virgo, like something's draining. I think for you, it could be a faith too, and it could be a way that you view life. It could be your philosophy on life that has drained you, or has impeded on your own happiness, how you view things. They're trying to give me a word. It's not coming through very clearly. I'm hearing drop any burdens, including people. Drop any burdens, including people. That's your guidance. Like, I'm not saying that's your guidance. And I just looked at it and I heard that. Okay. You have Justice, Ten of Wands. Look at that. Carrying all that on her back. And the Five of Pentacles. Not a happy card, right? So it's like drop anything that's burdensome. It's time to lighten up. Okay, it's time to lighten up. And for you, it's also like lightening up your mind. Okay, North Node, all this stuff in your third house. All right, so that's what I have for you, Capricorn. I'm going to move forward and we're going to wrap with Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius, let's go. All right, Aquarius, this is happening in your 8th house. It's shared resources, finances. It's also a dependent house, right? Like, you know, you work with others. It's money you share with others, resources you share with others, spaces you share with others. So something is wrapping up there. Something is eclipsing. Something is changing there. This could, yeah, this could have something to do with your everyday life because the moon is connected to your 6th house, or health, psychological health, okay, mental health for some of you. Yes, because Saturn is connected to your 12th house. Okay. And Uranus is connected to you. If you're Aquarius rising, then it's your 1st house. Something unexpected could be changing on the home front, or your feelings could be unexpectedly changing about something that you share with others, resources, that's something that you have with another person. Okay. You could want more independence with the Sun, Saturn in your 2nd house. There could be this like very seriousness about really buckling down to, I don't know, get your own independence or something like that. I wonder for some of you if this could be a change in like where you live or something like that, who you stay with, who you share space with over the next 6 months. Okay, see Eclipse and out for Aries. Yeah, Sun ruled your 7th house. Ace of Swords in reverse and the Page of Swords. So you might be, something might be revealed that you didn't know about, that you weren't clear about. Okay. Six of Wands. Guidance is the Two of Cups. Clarify the Ace of Swords in reverse. Oh, the Devil. Out here again. Devil been out here a lot today. The Devil is Capricorn, Saturn. Okay, there could be some programming from the past, right? Yeah, because you have this Ace of Swords in reverse. It's like not clear thinking. It's not clarity. It could be toxic thoughts, toxic thinking. It could be codependency, being too intertwined with people you share things with to the point where you don't know where you begin and they end, and vice versa. Clarify the Six of Wands here. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. So it has to be eclipsed out because, yeah, it's time for you. You're building something, or you're about to be building something. Knight of Pentacles and the Six of Wands here. And for me, this feels like it's more of an independent thing. Okay, and that doesn't mean you won't have help or you know, be able to collaborate and things like that. But this could very well be you, Aquarius, changing your mind spontaneously with Uranus being connected to you and it being in your fourth house of how you feel. Okay, and the sun rules your seventh house of relationships. And you just had that conjunction with Saturn. Some of you could have felt like some of your subconscious patterning were keeping you in codependent relationships, and some of you in trauma bonds. Some of you based off of the resources that something provided, or you could have been the provider of resources. Clarify the Two of Cups. Yeah. And see, I think they're saying the thing with that is when we're so intertwined with people like that, it gives other people too much control over our lives, over our mental. Okay, so especially if this is financial, because this is a financial axis for you, it could have created a lot of anxiety. Okay, other people having so much say so or control over your life or what you know you're able to do or how you're able to move or something like that. And it's like something around this eclipse is really highlighting that. It's really showing you what you have not been able to see, because the eighth house is also very subconscious ridden, right? Like it's also very closely associated with the 12th house, which is active at the time of this full moon for you, because we just had the Saturn conjunction. Saturn rules your 12th house. Could even be some very like rigid subconscious programming that's like, you know, oh, you got to attach yourself to this to get there, or you got to be with this kind of person to get this, or to like, you know, it's given kind of like go along to get along, which, you know, some of you may have thought you had to do, you know, so there could be some realizations around that. I would say if there are, I will leave you with this. If there are any things that you share with other people that seem to be unexpectedly changing at this time, ending, eclipsing out, not working out the way you thought that it would, it is purposeful. Let it go with ease. It is to promote maybe more independence for yourself, which is going to be more beneficial for you in the long run. All right, so that's what I have for you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate anybody who came in and was respectful, liked the video. I appreciate you guys who appreciate me. Like I said, I'm done with the readings, guys. If you want to, you know, leave out, that's fine. I'm going to timestamp everything in a bit, but I have to care for myself. And that's something that for, like I said at the beginning of this live, has not been very natural to me, and I have always kind of fallen into overgiving and overdoing, and I gotta do this, and I gotta people please, and I just I don't want to come into this space like that. Thank you so much, honeybee. It's always a pleasure. I don't want to come into this space like that. I never want to come into this space and feel like I got to be like, hey, it's me, I'm Eileena, and I'm here, and you know, so like I said, I want to be more, I want to have in our readings a little section where I am a bit transparent about the energies that I'm working through, because as spiritual workers and things like that, like we are working through things just like everyone else. Like when we say we all are on this journey together, like we really are. No one is above anybody. Like we are all working through this stuff together. So when I am taking, you know, it seems like I'm not being here on this channel or that I am not trying, when I tell you guys like everything in my spirit is like, yes, like this is it, like this is what I want to do. I had not realized how dense I was, how deep into the heaviness I was. And I got into that by people pleasing, by over giving. And I mean, not even just in the space, it's just like in my personal life, growing up as a child, just all of these things that I'm aware of and I've actively been working on. My point is to say I hadn't realized how deeply ingrained those things were. And you know, how I was still trying to play some of those roles, and spirit is asking me not to play about myself anymore like that. Do not play about myself. So I am really caring about my energy more. I am caring about, you know, when I come here, it might be less frequently, but I will be more whole. You know what I'm saying? And I also want to be in spaces where I am respected and where I am appreciated, because I know what I offer. I know what I bring to the table. And I know that I have genuine intentions in wanting to help people, you know, and wanting to like really help people grow with this stuff, not perpetuate toxic shit, like really help people grow, which is why it's really important for me to be in the trenches doing my work, like, you know, and, so yeah, I just want to share that growing this channel is a goal of mine, and it has been, and you know, it hasn't necessarily gone the way that I have always planned, but it's all in the plan, you know what I'm saying? And as I'm coming into these realizations, like I said, I am just realizing like I have given so much of myself to life, to other people's causes, to, you know, I have to the point where, you know, I sacrifice myself, I self-sabotage myself just to please, just to, you know. So those are the things that I have really, like, I mean, really been getting out of, really been getting out of. And what it's been doing is been reintegrating me with my true gifts, with loving myself, with believing in my gifts, with believing in my abilities, and that they do help people, because people tell me all the time, you know. But it was those first people, right? It's always those first people that you have those encounters with who refuse to validate that, and then we carry that on. So I just wanted to share that. That's something that I really want to get off my chest, because this is like this is what I have seen myself doing since I was little. I just did not have a word for it. This is why I stress so much about indoctrinating children and allowing them to use their imaginations, okay? Allowing them to dream, you know, and not putting adult responsibilities on children, because those things, like, though you don't understand how those things really affect the youth, and how it really changes them and it really molds them, and they will go out into the world and, you know, attract from that place. And so if I could be a testament to anybody, like, I have been working through that. I am feeling so much lighter as a result. And so I really do appreciate those of you who have been on this channel, who have stayed, subscribe, you guys engage. I appreciate that. And who treat me like a human, you know, who treat me like a being. Not a machine, not somebody who's just here for you to dump on, or, you know, I really appreciate that. And I'm not gonna get emotional on here. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But this has been a journey for me, and I just want to get that off my chest. Okay, so thank you guys. I hope that this Virgo lunar eclipse is amazing for you. Let it course correct. Let it do all the course corrections, because that's what this is, a big course correction. I appreciate you guys. We got to get going to martial arts. I'll be back this weekend to continue the Venus retrograde reading. So until then, guys, take care of yourself, and I appreciate you guys again. Bye.